no. How will we ever get back to Bikini Bottom now?
I can take you there.
Who are you?
I'm David Hasselhoff.
Hooray! So where's your boat?
Boat?
Good morning. Today we've got a brand new toy review, and today we've got the Marvel Legends Gamerverse, the Punisher, and Nick Fury. So, what a controversial character Frank Castle is, huh? Fuck cops, fuck ICE. He's got the right idea. But anyway, so this is based on the classic Capcom arcade game. It was actually the first game that Capcom and Marvel really collabed on. This was kind of back in the early 90s when arcades were a relevant thing. So it features Punisher and Nick Fury teaming up to fight, I want to say, Kingpin?
What the fuck?
It's definitely a team up, you know. I don't really think of super spy cop Nick Fury and I want to kill every person in my way, Frank Castle, as being buddies, but honestly, I've had the mental image of these two being friends for years, and I think this is probably where I got it from. I've never actually played the game. I did get the collection, the MVC collection on Switch over Black Friday, so I have an excuse, I guess. What the fuck do you mean Yoko Shimomura did the soundtrack? Packaging-wise, really nice. You've got the Gamerverse logo, the Punisher, Nick Fury on both sides. You've got some really nice artwork of Frank and Nick just chilling. And then on the back, you've got the same sprites but not blown up, kind of mimicking the character select screen from that game. So let's get started. I am excited to have yet another fucking Frank Castle on the shelf. I have so many goddamn of this guy. I don't know why. All right, and here we have the Blunisher. Wow, this is a really nice figure. I didn't talk about it previously, but I do have the War Journal Punisher. Great 2-pack. I think Bushwhacker is a really fun figure for a villain. And this Punisher is almost perfect, but the problem is black, wearing all black. I love the bandana head, though. A lot of people aren't huge on the skull. I do think it's maybe a smidge small, but otherwise, I mean, this is a really nice Frank Castle. It's just the all black makes him look like he's wearing like a leotard or something. I'm not huge on it, right? So what if we made them kiss? So obviously we have a very classic Frank Castle here. You've got the blue, you've got the white. I opened this and my wife actually said to me, was Punisher and S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point? And it's like, no, he just had a blue costume back in the day because it was a way to have shading between black and blue. But no, this is really nice. This is using, I think it's a body exclusive to the Punisher. I don't think that it's the Vulcan body. So quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me. And detail-wise, I mean, this is incredible. I genuinely think this might be the best Punisher face we have. You've got some really, like, thick eyebrows. You can see the blue eyes. He's got some, like, really nice lip detailing. And the 5 o'clock shadow is, like, perfect on him. What the hell? I am just astounded. This is really nice for a Legends. And then you have, obviously, the skull. Really nice, big. The eyes are big. I really like the contrast between the blue and the white. And then you've got the straps here. They're actually painted. You got a buckle, a button, a button. There's silver there. And I love that he's actually got a shoulder holster that has paintings. You've got a little button here, button here, button here, button here, and some silver on the back. Really nice. And then it's just more of a blue suit. This is a very plain figure, all things considered, but man, does it just like hit perfect Punisher. Like, you have blue, you can just see the faintest little bit of a kind of shading. You can kind of see a little bit of dark black in the lining and the muscles and everything, which is a nice touch. He's got white gloves. These are a separate piece, which is great. We're gonna need that for later. And then he's got his belt. This one is also super nice. All white. No painted buttons here or anything, but yeah, no. Bus tokens, chewing gum. And then on the legs, it is legs. Wow. Again, a button that's been painted. No, this is super nice. I don't know how I feel about the fact that they have, to mimic the look of the sprite and him having a really big thigh holster in that game, they have just painted this area, and it just looks kind of weird if you do this. So don't do this, obviously, but super nice. And then he's got white boots. Wow, man, he really does that really does just look like a shield dude, don't it? But no, super nice Punisher. I am extremely happy with how this looks. And I'm extremely happy with how it moves. Ball joint at the head. It's got a hinge, butterfly joint, swivel. It's got another swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows, pretty good kick, double jointed knees, swivel at the boots, and then he's got a very nice whoosh. So in terms of accessories, since it is mostly guns, Nick and Frank can pretty much share everything. Guns aren't exclusive, but what is exclusive is this alternate head for the Punisher. You've got a 5 o'clock shadow here, looks really nice, some super well done teeth. I think the only thing I don't care for is the eyes kind of bleed a little bit, but the eyebrows look fleek. You can see like the wrinkles in his brow. That's so cool. I love the way his hair is coming just a little bit undone. I will probably use this as the main face because this is just really good, and it is so much better than the one that came with the War Journal Punisher.
My eyes! My eyes!
All right, next up we have Nick Fury, David Hasselhoff. Wait, so here is a very, very like 80s, 90s throwback kind of Nick Fury look. This is not my mind's eye look for Nick Fury whatsoever, but honestly, I really fuck with it. I've got this mini-mate of Sam Jackson Nick Fury, where he's got like a Hawaiian shirt and khakis on, and honestly, I think that would be such a cool look for like a Nick Fury figure. This kind of hits a similar tone, where he's wearing like a big sweater. I don't technically have any of the previously released Furies. There was the recent Shield Trooper 3-pack that had Nick Jr. and Nick at Night, but I didn't pick it up. I really need to. But honestly, at this point, the plan was going to be hunt down a spare body for the Commander Rogers, put the Nick Fury Jr. head on that, and then put the Nick Sr. head on the Trooper body, but now I don't need to do that because this can just be the Nick Sr. in that display. Now for Fury, excellent face. Detail-wise, face. Now in terms of details, I would say the face on Nick isn't as good as the Punisher's heads, mostly because they were going for a really specific expression, and I don't know if they really pulled it off. Also, the eyes are kind of weird. You can see the eye patch was printed on as well, and so you've got some of the like shadow from the lining. There's a dot right there on the eye patch that was missed. The hair is kind of just sticking out. Not really huge on it. The 5 o'clock shadow is good, but most importantly, he's got a hole in his mouth. Most mouths are holes, but what you can do is, which it's very obvious Hasbro probably wanted to put something in there and Marvel said no, probably something for him to smoke. So what a lot of people have done is they will put a toothpick in there. Yes, a toothpick really does change everything. And you get something kind of like this. Obviously, you will probably want to paint the toothpick to actually look like a cigar, but yeah, no, that kind of looks a lot better in my eyes. Probably could have done a better cut. This one kind of was a rush job, but proof of concept, and it fell out. This will go back in someday. And then going down, I love the shoulder harness. The shaded gray is really nice. This would work as like a World War II Nick Fury. Pose him with the recently released World War II Logan, maybe a World War II cap, and they can be buddies. You get another, they've actually painted the buckle here, the button, the buckle, the gun. And then he's wearing a sweater. turtleneck. It's orange, orangey brown. Definitely a choice of colors, but I really fuck with it. He's got a belt. From what I understand, it's the exact same one as the Shield 3-pack. I don't have that one. I've got the Quake and Maria Hill. That was from, like, it was one of the Snakeman waves. It looks good here, though. If you told me this was a reuse, I would just say, okay, I don't care. And then he's got a hip holster, different one than Frank. Looks good, though. I like the bit of gold. He's got some fucking green-ass tights. I get it. These are supposed to be like fatigues, right? Very kind of pulpy, maybe. It looks good. And then he's got boots here. I think they might actually be the same. No, they are not the same boots as Frank. Cool. And then in terms of articulation, he does the exact same goddamn thing that Frank does. Hip hip, 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 bing, bing, bing. That's it. That's how the figure moves. And then Nick and Frank also have hands. They have the exact same hands. So you've got 2 trigger finger hands for Frank, obviously, and then you've got 2 fists, which, I mean, is just how they're boxed alternately. But then you also have widespread open hands for both of them, and then pointy kodeki, walkie-talkie fingers. And then the fun stuff. You have a pistol that goes in the Punisher's holster, a pistol that goes in Mr. Fury's holster. You've got a baseball bat. You've got an SMG. You've got an Uzi. You have a machine gun in black, and then you have the same machine gun M16, but now it's in gray. I would assume one for Fury, one for Frank, probably. And then you have a grenade. There we go. Maybe don't blow up this time. You've got a little grenade, and with that, an explosion piece. Are we done yet? No, we have, and I don't know why they include this, a briefcase with money. Oh my god, this is how much it took to fucking buy this 2-pack. God, I hate tariffs. All right, that was the Marvel Legends Gamerverse, The Punisher, and Nick Fury. Really nice 2-pack. I don't know if I would say it is a required 2-pack for, like, Marvel Legends. Nick Fury can be found elsewhere, and there are other versions of the Punisher. I mean, they literally just announced another big-ass Punisher. So it's definitely characters that have been done before. Have they been done better? I don't know. I really like the new outfit for Nick. I think I will just keep him in that as like my shelf Nick Fury, and if I ever get the 3-pack, I will make Nick Jr., and this one can kind of be like, oh, he's like retired, but he's getting back in the action, so he's a little more chill and casual, while everyone else in S.H.I.E.L.D. is just like, latex. And the Punisher is really nice. I know a lot of people really wanted a normal classic Frank. The War Journal is so close to being perfection, and yet it's just a little off with everything. But I think overall this is a great look. I love the skull, I love the faces, the blue and the white just pop so fucking much. They've got a ton of accessories together. The faces are great. A toothpick really does change everything. And I think overall, if you like the Punisher and you like Nick Fury and you don't have like a good shelf-stable version of either of them, I think this is a great choice. However, we could always make it better. All right, and with their powers combined, we have, I would say, probably the best Punisher ever made. Wow, this is like, not even to say like ideal, this is like, I would say definitive. Like, this is everything I wanted in a Punisher. You've got the classic white, you've got a little bit of the modern, you've got a really nice face here. Everything looks great. I have no complaints. This is a sheer upgrade from the Bushwhacker Punisher and the Retro Punisher and the old Walgreens Punisher. This is, honestly, I would do this again. Honestly, I think buying the 2-packs like separately and doing this swap is completely justified, because I have had this figure like next to me on my little like stand for a little while, probably about half a month now, and this has been one of the most fun Legends. It's just perfect. I love the straps on it. It's got weapon storage. Like, genuinely, this is like a mind's eye Punisher. Now you may be asking, what did I do with the other one? Well, here we have Punisher as he appears in Spider-Man the Animated Series. So this was actually a figure I'd wanted for a while. I was really hoping they would do a Punisher in like those DVD VHS box sets. I thought that would have been perfect, but no. However, if you took the spare parts from both Punishers, you would get exactly that color palette. So the 3 big things that I did here, aside from swapping all the parts, was I painted the bandana, because in the animated series, he's got like a teal cyan colored one. And then I painted in the skull, because it's supposed to be like black eyes on all of the blue. And then I also filled in the white spot on his leg with some blue paint. I couldn't get a color match or anything like that. However, I think I did okay on being close-ish enough, and the holster hiding the seams is a nice little touch. And then the coat is one that I got off of eBay from GPS Lot. They are like the place to go to for like cloth goodies, and it really finishes the look. Like, oh my god, I am like obsessed with both of these, because you really do have the best of both worlds. Getting a completely definitive, perfect Punisher out of it. I love everything on it. The heads on the Retro Punisher are so much better, so it really, you do just get like the perfect combination of exact mind's eye Punisher, and you get a really, really cool Spider-Man the Animated Series Punisher, even without painting the skull or the leg or the bandana. You still get a very serviceable, different Punisher, but doing those little extra steps, I think, takes them to a whole nother level, because I don't think this is a look Hasbro will give us. So, was it $100 to make a good Punisher and a other good Punisher when I could have just had 2 good Punishers, or just one? I don't know. That's going to be a question you need to ask yourself, but really easy part swap, and I think it's totally worth it. So you also get a really cool Nick Fury and a bad guy. Duh. But no, I will put a link to the GPS Lot coat in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry that my videos have been so slow lately. Work, just kind of busy with life and everything, but I really appreciate you sticking around and checking things out. You have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Bye!